This was a crazy game between Seattle Storm and the Indiana Fever with Caitlin Clark, and you won't believe what happens next. As you guys know, the Indiana Fever beat the Seattle Storm and they blew them out by a good like 15 points. And as you guys can see right here in this video footage right here, Skylar Diggins for the Seattle Storm has something to say for Caitlin Clark. She literally just shoved her and pushed her away, as Caitlin Clark was hyping up the Indiana Fever crowd after they had the lead and were winning the game. She literally shoved and pushed Caitlin Clark like that. Honestly, this is crazy to see what has happened and occurred. And honestly, the hate on Caitlin Clark, man, by these other WNBA players is getting to an all-time high. And it's honestly really disgusting to see another WNBA player playing in the same league as Caitlin Clark just pushing and shoving her over like she's nothing. Honestly, hate to see this, honestly, man. This is ridiculous, and I think this is literally uncalled for. Look what she did to her, bro. As Caitlin Clark was hyping up the Indiana Fever and her crowd. Because as you guys know, Indiana Fever were playing home, and everyone goes to the Indiana Fever games to watch Caitlin Clark play, not to watch the Seattle Storm, not to watch Skylar Diggins play. They only come there to watch Caitlin Clark play. And she was hyping up the crowd because it's their home game and they're hyped that they're beating one of the best teams in the WNBA. And as you guys can see, one of the Seattle Storm's players, Skylar Diggins, she's not having it. She's literally not having it at all. Literally just pushing over to the side. And I want to see what other people have to say about this as well, about her pushing Caitlin Clark like that. Let's go to it. She wouldn't do this to Angel Reese, and we all know why. I mean, yeah. Weird and a bully, wow. I mean, yeah, that was a bully move, I'm not gonna lie to you. It didn't make her look too well, honestly. Who pushed Caitlin Clark? Honestly, that's what I was saying at first. I've like never heard of this player in my life. I had to honestly do my research on this person. Her name is Skylar Diggins. She plays for the Seattle Storms, but yeah. I mean, you do have a point. Who is this player? Sad. Yeah, it was sad, I'm not even gonna lie to you. Nasty work. I mean, yeah, it was nasty work. Skylar Diggins out here making enemies being petty. I mean, yeah, that was a petty move. Let's just call it what it is. It was really petty. Caitlin didn't. I'm crying. Yeah, she didn't. She was hyping up the crowd. She was happy she was winning. You really can't blame her. Skylar overrated Smith for the push. Seattle Storm crybabies. Yo, that's a funny one. I'm not even gonna lie to you guys. They hate that they play for packed stadiums now, I guess. I mean, yeah, every stadium that they're gonna be playing against Indiana Fever is gonna be a packed house, honestly. And the person who pushed her, named Skylar Diggins, let's honestly see her stats right now. So this is Skylar Diggins' stats this season for the Seattle Storms. She's averaging 13 points, 2 rebounds, 6 assists, and 1.6 steals. Now let's compare Skylar Diggins' stats to a rookie Caitlin Clark stats this season in the WNBA. Let's just compare the stats. Caitlin Clark, 17 points, 5 rebounds, 8 assists, and 1.4 steals. It's not even close who's the better player, as you guys can see here. This is probably another reason why she pushed Caitlin Clark, is because, I mean, Caitlin Clark has all the height, much better player, and honestly, I mean, you can see the stats for yourself, man. Caitlin Clark stats, Skylar Diggins stats. And Caitlin Clark is a rookie compared to Skylar Diggins stats, who is not a rookie in the WNBA. As you guys can see, it's honestly just night and day how great Caitlin Clark is compared to other WNBA players who have honestly been in the league for a while. So I guess I can understand the hate I guess they have for Caitlin Clark, but that's honestly just bad for the league, man. Pushing someone like that, that's literally just hyping up the crowd and just trying to get everybody involved, you know? I honestly don't think Caitlin Clark deserves that, man. She's honestly like one of the best players in the WNBA right now as we speak. She's a top 5 player, and the fact that Skylar Diggins just did that to her, man, it's honestly just ridiculous in my opinion. And I honestly feel like maybe a suspension is needed for this, because this should not be tolerated by the face of the WNBA. Like what Caitlin Clark has done for the whole league right now, all the WNBA players should be thanking her. Like, she's bringing more eyes to more games, and she's also brought in for the WNBA. All WNBA teams now now have all charter jets because of Caitlin Clark. Like she's changed the league as we speak. A lot of WNBA players just don't like her for that, when they should be thanking her for what she's doing for the league and making it a better place for everyone in the work environment. So Skylar Diggins, honestly feel like she did not do a great thing for her image by pushing Caitlin Clark like that, in my opinion. Honestly feel like this is bad for her image going forward in the WNBA, and I think she should issue an apology for this and you know, try to clean this up, because this is not going to be a good look going forward, pushing Caitlin Clark, who was just hyping up the crowd at a home game for the Indiana Fever, because they were hyped that they were beating the Seattle Storm, one of the best teams in the WNBA. I honestly feel like Skylar Diggins should issue an apology. This could get worse. Maybe a potential suspension is needed, maybe, just so she can learn her lesson. But let me know what you guys think down in the comments below about Skylar Diggins pushing Caitlin Clark like this. Do you guys think this was intentional, or was this by accident?